Welcome to Search for Signs. My name is Gary Willing. If this information interests you, please press the like and subscribe button and press the bell for notifications. I hope you're doing well today, and I hope you're taking care of yourself, and I hope your family's safe and you're safe, and I hope you're taking care of each other. Typically when I start these videos, I try to do a little humorous anecdote because I think humor helps lighten the load. And I was trying to think of something humorous to say. I guess the only thing I can say is I'm used to social distancing around my house because I live with a teenage daughter. So that part hasn't changed that much. I'm kidding. No. I just hope you're taking care of yourself. I will say this. I put up a couple videos maybe a week or so, a week and a half ago. And at the time that I did it, I was concerned, but I wasn't taking it as seriously. And I certainly didn't think that it would come to even this point that we're at right now. God knows what it's going to be like a month from now. I always knew that there was going to be a global stock market meltdown at some point. And so this is, I think, a continuation of what's going to continue to happen. Now, it might go up a little bit, it might go down, it might go up a little bit or down, but what we're seeing is the death throes of that system. A system that has never really been for the people. Now, Maitreya has always been about us. It's about us taking care of ourselves, looking out for one another. And a thought that I had last night is, how are we going to get out of this? Well, the thought that came across my mind is we are all responsible for where we're at right now and in the situation that we're in, and not taking care of ourselves and living separately. And we're all guilty of this. And we're thinking that the way out is to just think about ourselves and take care of ourselves, look out for ourselves, grab that last little bit of toilet paper, screw everybody else, even though I might have 20, packs of toilet paper at home, that kind of thing. And I think that the only way we're going to, is since we're all responsible for it, and we're all responsible for the environmental problems and so forth, the only way to get out of it is together. And I think that's the needed lesson, and I tried to hold off on my opinion because there's just, reading posts on social media like Facebook and Instagram and listening to YouTube videos and things, and even just listening to people in my work. You got those people who aren't taking it seriously at all and they're denying anything about it. They're just in the first stage of grieving, denial, right? And other ones are overreacting to the hilt, and are responding to every little rumor that's out there and so forth. And I just didn't want to be a part of that crap, so I kind of hesitated on putting a video up, and I was trying to think about what to say and what would be meaningful to say or whatever. And I don't really have anything inspiring to say. I am going to read one of Benjamin Creme's Master's articles, which I think is very inspiring, but at this point, it's just, who knows what tomorrow is going to bring. We're living in a world where we can't trust our governments anymore. Our government has told us not to trust the media, so we can't trust the media anymore. We don't know who to believe. We don't know who to listen to, and the uncertainty is there, and it's there for all of us. But we're all in this together. This is the first time in my life that I've ever seen something like this, and I'm sure in your life as well, where, maybe this might happen in a region or a city that experienced a tornado or a hurricane or earthquake or something like this, but the entire planet, to affect everyone in the entire planet like this, this has never happened before. And I work in a store, and a couple weeks ago I was up in a part of Duluth. I was in Duluth, Georgia, and I was working up there on an overnight. And there was a gentleman that came in, and I've seen this guy before, and I didn't ask him this time, but every time I've asked him prior to this, I've been like, I've seen you somewhere before. Where have I seen you? And I say, did I see you here? And he said, no. Did I see you over there? No. Did you used to, I used to wait tables at this restaurant. Did you come in there from time to time? He goes, no. And I could never figure out where I've seen this guy before, but I've seen him before. And to be honest, the times that I remember him, he's always kind of annoyed me a little bit. And because he's always been kind of like this preachery kind of guy. And I get kind of turned off about stuff like this. But this other night, a couple weeks ago, this guy came in, and I was going to say to him, I've seen you before. Where have I seen you? But I didn't. I hesitated with this. And he was walking around the store very quietly, He wasn't touching anything. He just kind of had his hands, I don't know if it was behind his back or his front of his back. He was just kind of looking down. And I asked him, I said, "Are you okay?" And he goes, "This is bad, man. This is really bad." And I went, "What are you talking about? The virus?" And he goes, "Yeah." And I said, "Well, they're saying it's not going to be that bad at all." And he goes, how did he put it? He goes, "This will be the most memorable thing in all our lives. It will even top 9/11." And I went, "Come on, man, it's not going to be like that." And he goes, "Oh, yes, it is." And I said, "They're saying it's only going to last a few weeks." And he goes, "No, this is going to be going on for a long time." Or a while. He said this is going on for a long while, I think is what he said. And then I said something like, "Take care of yourself." And he said the same thing. He just kind of walked around the store, didn't buy anything, and just walked out. And I started thinking about what he's saying. I've been thinking about what he's been saying a lot. And I'm not an alarmist person, as you know. If you listen to any of my videos, I have a hopeful message about everything. Now, like I said, I didn't see any of this coming. I don't think anybody has, you know. I did see the stock market crash coming because I read about it through Benjamin Creme a long time ago and have been waiting for this to go down. So, you know, is this the global stock market meltdown? Yeah. You know, this is what we're seeing, you know. Is it going to bring humanity to its knees according to the masters? Yes. It's going to shake us to our senses and realize that we can't keep living like this. Because it was interesting when I put up my first video in this year in 2020, I was thinking about urgency, the sense of urgency that we have in the environment and to take care of each other. And I just wasn't getting it from the U.S. government. You know, they were trying to impeach Trump at the time, and it looked like he wasn't going to get removed from office. And it was like, oh my gosh, and now he's probably going to win another 4 years. And I'm not Trump bashing, you know, but I'm just saying it's just, I felt like the time was getting very, very short where we had to start taking care of these things or it would be too late. And I didn't know what would be the catalyst to get this done. And I think ultimately, what's going on right now is, as Benjamin Creme would once put it, is the sledgehammer cracking a nut, or the nut being being cracked by a sledgehammer, because we weren't getting it. We're still kind of living our lives, our normal lives, the way we were. And to be honest with you, I don't think we're ever going to go back to our quote unquote normal lives. Now that ultimately I think that's a good thing, because I think that way we were living was insane, you know. But at this time, it might get kind of dark for a while. I don't know, you know, and, you know, just have to keep our attention high, you know, away from the emotions and stay focused on the now. And we're all going to get through this together. You know, it's going to be perilous, but we're going to do this, you know. And I want to share a thought that I had, and it goes like this. I may not know you, but I love you. I may not know where you are, but I know what you're going through. I might never put my arms around you, but my heart goes out to you. And I think it's time that we look out for each other and take care of each other. And that's been the message of these videos that I've put up over the last year, is we need to take care of one another. And the message is not changing and will never change, because that is the truth of the matter. We all are one family. And I think hopefully, and I pray hopefully, that this situation will bring about that way of thinking, is that realize the truth, that we are all one. And I wanted to leave you again with one of Benjamin Creme's master's articles. Now, it's published in Share International, but I think that these messages belong to everyone. So that's why I'm sharing them with you. It was published in May of 2010. And again, before I read this, I just want to say, take care of yourselves, take care of your family, take care of each other, love one another, and we are going to get through this. Brotherhood. Without doubt, this is a time of major importance to humanity. The decisions made by men now will decide in large measure the whole future of this planet. Future generations will marvel at the apparent ease with which so many today slough off concern for the world's ills. Millions starve and die of want in a world blessed with a huge surplus of food. Millions more are always hungry and undernourished. Many know this to be true, yet do nothing. How can this be? What prevents their action? The basis of this inaction is complacency, the source of all evil in the world. Complacency has its roots in the crime of separation, which pulls men apart and prevents the flowering of brotherhood. Men soon will realize this truth or perish. Brotherhood is both an idea and the fact of our planetary life. Without the reality of brotherhood as the basis for all action, man's every effort would come to nothing. When men accept brotherhood as the essential nature of life, every aspect of our daily living will change for the better. Every manifestation of brotherhood melts the barriers which form themselves between men and lead to misunderstanding, and distrust. Brotherhood assuages the pain of loss and misfortune. It is a precious gift to be cultivated and nourished. Treasure brotherhood. It is the key which gives entry to the finest chambers of the heart. We, your elder brothers, cherish brotherhood as our highest nature and strive to maintain and strengthen its reality. When men, too, grasp the beneficent truth of brotherhood, they will realize the beauty which its nature displays and grasp something of the beauty of divinity itself. Brotherhood is divine as men are divine. It could not be otherwise. Men are about to experience a profound truth, an awareness of their essential being. For most, it will come as an experience of rebirth to a state long lost in the distant past. Each, in his own way, will feel redeemed, made new, cleansed, and purified. The joy and beauty of brotherhood will thrill through their being, and each will see themselves as a part of that beauty and love. Remember to take action and help SOP save our planet. Thanks for listening, and we look forward to talking to you again in future videos.